Hi everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. My project today is a jelly bean box that measures 3.5 by 2.5 by 1. And it opens like this, and inside I have 2 packages of Brock's jelly beans. Now I got these at Target and they were $3.49 and there's 18 packages inside. Alrighty, so this can fit other things, but this is going to be one of the projects in my kit, so I wanted to have something I could send you. So the jelly beans are good. I used, again, Playing in the Rain stamp set and Playing in the Rain dies, along with the Rain or Shine Designer Series paper. I am going away this weekend, so hopefully by Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, I will have the details and the price all set up for you if you would like to order. Okay, so we need a piece of cardstock that is 8.5 by 7.5, some basic white for stamping. We need 2 pieces of the Rain or Shine DSP that are 2.25 by 2 3/4, and I used this pattern for this front, and then the raindrops on the inside of the flap. And then we need 2 pieces of this pattern that are 2.25 by 3.25, and they're going to go right here inside the body of the box and on the back. And for the sides, we need 2 that are 3/4 by 3.25, and then 2 for the short sides. I did 1 of the same type of DSP for the top, and then this kind for the bottom. They're both 3/4 by 2.25, and all of that will be on my blog. Okay, so let's start. This is my host code. If you're going to purchase from my website anything under $150, please put that code in. I would appreciate that. All right, we're going to start on the 8.5 inside, and we're going to score at 1, 4.5, and 5.5. And we're going to turn it a 1/4 turn to the 7.5 inch side, and we're going to score at 1/2, 3, 4, and 6.5. All right. Okay, now I'm going to fold and burnish all of the score lines. Alrighty, and how we're going to have this is there is the 1/2 inch rectangle is on the right hand side, and then there is 1 inch strips on the left and on the bottom. Okay. And this is what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to start on the left hand side. I'm going to the first score line. I'm cutting it to the first score line, and then I'm wedging each side of the square. Okay, we're going to go to the next score line, cut it to the first score line, next score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge each side of the square again. Okay, then we're going to go to the next score line, cut it to the first score line, and then just wedge a little bit up into that skinny rectangle. Okay, now we're going to turn it to the other side, and we're going to go to the first score line, and we're going to cut it to the second score line. And then we're going to wedge up into that skinny rectangle over there. Okay, now we're going to go to the next score line, cut it to the second score line, and the next score line, cut it to the second score line. We're going to take this rectangle off the bottom and wedge each side of the square. Okay, Now we're going to go to the next score line, cut it to the second score line, and then we're going to get rid of these two pieces in between the two squares. So it's two rectangles we're cutting off right now. Okay. And then we're going to get rid of this bottom rectangle and then wedge each side of the square. Okay, and that's it. That's what your cardstock should look like after you're done scoring it and cutting it. Okay, so we're going to get tear and tape and put it on what's left of the skinny rectangle. And I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool and get the backing off. Okay, I'm going to flip it over and then flip the side with the tape on it, and then flip the other side over to meet it. Okay, and then the seam is just right here. That's the back of our box. So I'm going to push in the tabs, and I'm just going to put a tiny circle of glue on them and put the back down on top. Make sure the sides are nice and even. And then on the back of the front flap, we're going to put more and put that down. And then just hold it for a little bit. Okay, and then take your pick tool or your bone folder and just push down those tabs in there to make sure they adhere. Okay, and that's your box. All right. So now we need our DSP. Okay, and on this front flap, we're going to put two pieces that are 2 1/4 by 2 3/4. This one on this side and this one on the other. And I'm going to use liquid glue. Okay, and then for the inside and back of the box, we have two pieces that are 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. And we're going to put them here and on the back. And then two pieces that are 3/4 by 3 1/4 on the long sides, and two pieces that are 3/4 by 2 1/4 on the short sides. This one goes on the top, and also liquid glue on these. All right, and that's the box. Okay, so I'm just going to let this dry a minute, and we're going to get our basic white cardstock and Tuxedo Black ink, and I'm gonna do the turtle and the flowers. Great. Okay. And then I'm going to attach the dies with some low-tack tape and cut them out, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to be using light and dark smoky slate, light and dark daffodil delight, light flirty flamingo, and light old olive. So let's start with the belly. Okay, for the belly, I'm going to be using light and dark daffodil delight, and I'm just going to pull from the edge over a little bit on the belly. Okay, and then on the shells, I'm just going to put a little bit on the right-hand side of all of the spots. Okay, and then I'm just going to fill in the rest of the shell and the belly with light daffodil delight. Okay, and then I'm going to take light old olive and fill in the rest of the shell. And then I'm going to take flirty flamingo and I'm going to fill in the flower. center of the flower is Dark Daffodil Delight also. Okay, now for the head, the arms, and the feet. I'm just going to put a little bit of dark smoky slate on the back of the head and neck, and the back, and a little bit on the bottom of the arms, and then the back of the feet, the legs. Okay, and then except for the eye, I'm going to fill in it all with light smoky slate. Okay, and then for the flowers, I used Dark Daffodil Delight for, let's see, for the two side flowers. And then Light Flirty Flamingo for the other flowers. Okay, and the leaves and the center of the flowers I'm going to do with Light Old Olive. Okay, and that's what they look like. There's also pictures on my blog if you wanted to look closer. Okay, so now we have my box. What we're going to do is we're going to put our two jelly bean packs in there. So they're pretty small actually, so that's why I'm doing two. And then close it, and what we're going to do is take a low profile adhesive Velcro dot, and I'm going to put one on the back of the top flap, and then another with the adhesive facing out on top of that. And then I'm going to close it, make sure that the sides are good, and then just gently push it. And then pull it up, and if it doesn't come out right away, just take your pick tool in there and see if you can get that undone. Okay. All right, so now we're going to put our flowers on the inside. You could also put a sentiment in here if you want, or maybe put the flowers or the sentiment down here. Okay. And then I'm going to get some dimensionals and put it on the back of the turtle. And I'm just going to center the turtle in the middle here. Okay, now I'm going to get some Balmy Blue Variegated ribbon. And I'm going to open up the flap and put this right inside the flap and close it. And then we're just going to tie a bow on the top. Okay. And just clip that off, and they don't have to open the bow at all, so it'll stay nice. Okay, and then for the final touch, I'm going to use my Silicone Mat and some glue and my Take Your Pick tool. We're going to use the sticky side and just put some glue and just kind of twirl it around. And we're going to put three, I had them over here, but I think this time I'm going to put them on the right. Okay, I'm going to take a white one and put it right here. So the white one's there, and then two yellow ones on either side. Okay, and that's it. If you have any questions, my email is below. The link to my blog and the link to my shop is below also. Don't forget the host code if you're going to purchase from me anything under $150. And please subscribe and hit the like button. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.